first recipe is, you know, I don't even really know where I found this originally, but I've been using it in my household for several years now because it's a great breakfast to have absolutely any time. In fact, it's fantastic for a brunch. Can you mention a brunch on detox? And it's so simple, it's ridiculous. It's sweet potatoes or yams, whichever you prefer, with eggs baked inside of them. So we're going to start that process. So Jean Ann has already started baking them, and she's got some in the oven here. So it really depends on the size of yam or sweet potato. I've got yams here. I gotta admit I use yams just because I like the color more than anything else. It's pretty, but it doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of difference if it's yams or sweet potatoes. So these have been baking in the oven for about an hour. Now in your notes it says 45 minutes to an hour, but I've had them take an hour and a half. We're at a high elevation here. They cook a little slow at 400. It obviously depends on many things, and it's really simple. All we do is we take them and open them up, and then we're going to scoop them out. And you want to make sure you're doing them when they're quite soft. Now, you scoop out more than you think you should scoop out. That's really important, because if you don't scoop out more than you think you're really going to do, you're not going to have enough room. We'll just take these and put them over here. Now, it doesn't matter if they're a little sloppy like this. That's all right. This is for home. This is for us, right? We can do it. That one came out beautiful. Yes, what a great job. Now, our biggest goal is just to be able to mash these, and we use coconut oil for that. Now, of course, you can use butter, but coconut oil has been a favorite these days for an awful lot of the people who are vegans who don't want to use butter, and it has a good quality flavor. An awful lot of people like the flavor in this, so we're just going to take this and mash a little bit of that in and put a little bit of garlic and pepper in it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, and we're going to be putting some of these on the eggs there too. A little bit of thyme. That's how you do it. What you do is you just boil down thyme, make an extract of it, and that's how you time travel. It's really quite straight. Okay, and so when you're actually putting them back in, now I have to be a little bit careful here, of course, because that one got a little close to the bone. Now, it's very tempting. Now, I've had really big yams where I've been able to put 2 eggs in. And this one's almost big enough to be able to put 2 eggs in. Now, the trick here is always to put the hole bigger than what you think it is, because the egg takes up way more space than you would think it would. And that's not a curse word. The dam is meant to be. They're not deviled eggs. They're sweet eggs. Sweet potato eggs. Yes, that's what they are. Okay. So now comes the tricky part. You had all that experience at the flood. Yeah. As some of you might know, this area was flooded, but we were saved by about a block one way and a half block the other way. But Jean Ann was spending a fair amount of time working on trying to. Ooh, these good free run eggs. They're running all over the place. They're taking their job literally. But you said I was going to be free. She's more professional than me. I use a spoon. Now we take those. I guess I shouldn't have said you were more professional. Now you can put many different spices on here. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. I like just putting a little bit of garlic. And of course, thyme. You know, the word thyme was one of Hippocrates' original herbs. So of his 9 major medicines, thyme was that important. Our thymus gland, which controls our immune system, is called thymus after thyme. So thyme is really incredible for our immune system. So they used to use it to preserve all kinds of foods and things like that in the past. So it does have its benefit there, but it just has a really nice taste. Of course, they used it so their meats, their lamb, whatever, wouldn't go bad that fast. But once I was told by an Indian medicine woman, she said, we need a new herb that's going to protect our immune system for after 2012. And you're going to have a dream in the next 2 days on what that herb was. I didn't think much of it, but of course, and I didn't use thyme that much in my practice at that point in time. Geez, I'm using thyme an awful lot, aren't I? And the next night I had a big dream about growing thyme. So on our farm since then, we've been growing tons of thyme, and the herb was thyme, to make it as an elixir, to make it as an extract, to put it in foods of all kinds. And so we're just going to take these and put them into the oven. Now this is the slow part. So here we have our first 3 out of the oven. We're going to have some more here momentarily. We're doing them depending if you want them hard, soft, whatever. These ones here I'm going to cut, and to make sure you have a chance to have some, there's plenty more where these came from. They smell fantastic. And everyone's had these for a brunch. They're hot. They're quite hot. They're hot, steaming right out of the oven.